Hold your jewelry.
Bleh.
Hold your jewelry, or you might get some dangles.
Yo, Dre.
Yes.
What's the difference between a nectarine and a peach?
Well, Miss Cherry, I would say it's kind of like the fuzz.
The fuzz? What you mean the fuzz?
Alright, so look at my tomato progress for spring 2012. I got a traditional tomato cage here, but I've been building up my tomato with the compost and putting the grow ring, keeping the suckers off. As you can see, these are sweet 100 cherry tomatoes. Look at all of those tomatoes, cherry tomatoes going. And then the tomatoes is fruiting very well. It's coming up very well. That magic grow ring got these tomatoes jumping. Now it's May the 5th, Cinco de Mayo, the super moon, and I'm already showing signs of having a bumper crop on the tomatoes. Look at that. All right, and then these are the tomato cages that I made. I'll be showing you guys exactly what I'm doing. So I'll show you the process of what I do to all these tomatoes. This is a San Manzano. Use the wire cage for it. That's nasturtium flower for companion planting and pest control. But keep the suckers off. So I actually could go ahead and cut that and cut that. But this is a big boy tomato here. This is a big boy, and I got the opal basil planted in there with it. It's another big boy, so I'll show you guys in the video how I build the compost up and put the magic grow ring around the base and get that going. So I'm gonna take you down to where I'm gonna do the instructional media at, but I had to stop and show you guys this trombone squash. Trombone squash doing good this year, but it's actually my first year growing it, so I misspoke. The trombone squash is doing good in spring 2012, but yeah, got it going up the apparatus. It likes to climb. These are called tentacles, so it will attach itself. And then I'll give you guys a tip and trick. Once it starts getting a little gangly, if you need it to get back on track, just pull the plant over, use your clothespin and pin it in so that until the tentacles take hold. So look at that trombone squash. It gets about 4 or 5 times bigger than that. But the seed is down here in the bottom, and then all of this is edible. But it gets, like I say, about 4 or 5 times bigger than that. So let me take you guys down to the where I'm gonna do the instructional media at. Snapdragon still looking good. Plenty of snapdragons. Oh, that's my lavender. Lavender looking good. Whoa, that's my sage. That's the spiritual herb. The sage, look at the flower that the sage shoots off. Shoots a nice flower off. I've had several hummingbee that are attracted to that sage flower, so I just left the flower on, but normally I would cut that off, but because it's attracting hummingbirds, I'm leaving it on there. But I got plenty of sage. That's not my only sage patch. I got 3 sage patches, but this is what I'm gonna show you guys. So thank you for tuning in. That's my one of my first regular tomatoes there. I showed you the cherry tomatoes. This is the Atkinson tomato.
I keep doing it again. I'm doing it again. Yes, I'm doing it again.
Greetings and love to one and all. Welcome to the Igrowugrow instructional media video channel. Now, what I want to do is show you guys a little of my tomato plant care and how I care for my tomatoes. So it's a full moon, the super moon, so I change my grow ring every full moon. So I got several tomato plants that I need to do, but I want to show you guys how I prep for this. This is my tomato cages that I made this year. I got just 2 stakes and then the mesh around it to keep the tomato in. When I planted the tomato plant, very deep because this stalk will create roots, and the more roots you have, the more food and nutrients that the plant will suck up. So as above, so below. So you see all this going on at the top, you want all that root structure going on at the bottom. So what I do, if you notice, I keep any little suckers cut off that's not producing fruit. But we have some fruit here at the bottom, but this particular one is not producing fruit. So I will cut him off. And then this particular one is not producing fruit. So I will cut him off, and I will cut him off. I will cut him off so that I have lots of stalk. So what you can see now is that I'm clearing out a lot of that for all of the nutrients to go into the flower and the fruit. So look here, you got right in here, you got tomatoes growing. So once the nutrition comes up the stem, it's gonna go straight to there and not to all of that foliage. So I cut that foliage off, and now at the base of the plant, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create some more below, or some more root structure right here. So what I do is I'll take compost, but before I put the compost in, I take the magic grow ring. Like I said, it's a full moon, so I change the magic grow ring every moon phase. So I put the first one in on the full moon. Now I'm putting the second one in on the full moon. So you just, if I didn't have compost, I would dig a trench and put it down here. But I'm going to pile compost up here. So I put the grow ring down and I pile the compost up on top, because this stem, off of this stem, it's gonna shoot roots off of this stem. So as I build this up, the higher I build this up, the more root structure I have that will take in more nutrition for the tomato plant. So on the next full moon, I will add another grow ring, and I will add more compost on top of it. So now this will feed, the grow ring is gonna feed it under there, and this compost is gonna allow it to shoot more roots into the compost. And of course, this will go into your compost bin, or you can mix this with water and make a tomato leaf tea and spray down your plants, because some plants do not like tomato leaves. So what I'll do is I'll water that in. And every time I water, that magic grow ring is feeding that tomato plant, which is a heavy feeder. So thank you guys for tuning in to the Igrowugrow. Thank you guys for tuning in to the Igrowugrow instructional media. Fare you well, Mr. Anderson.